Well, we're on the floor this time. Are you standing up, ready to go? It seems like the last few shows we started in the standing up position. But now what we're going to do is we're going to go from a sitting position to a lying position to an inverted position. We are going to do one of my very favorite postures today, and that is the yoga shoulder stand. Unfortunately, there's no way around this without cautions. If you have high blood pressure, a detached retina, a heavy menstrual flow, if you're pregnant, have never done yoga, if you have a bad head cold, if you have sinus problems, sinus infection, an ear infection, this is not the time to go upside down, okay? So take these cautions seriously. If you fall under any of those categories, or after we get into the shoulder stand, if you find that it's picking up undue pressure in your head or in your temples, where it just doesn't feel good to you, back down, scoot over to the wall, and just keep your lower back flat on the floor and prop your legs up against the wall. That in itself does a world of good, especially for the circulation. So let's start out. We're going to warm up your spine with a spinal rock. We've been leading up to this because everything we're going to do now we have done previously. And that's my purpose in the show, so that by the time we end up, everything's be very routine for you. Hold on to your shin bones, tighten up your stomach, tuck your chin in, roll back, but not all together too quickly. Roll back, straighten out your knees, find your balance, bend your knees and roll right back up again. All right, roll back, straighten out, bend your knees, and roll up. Okay, that's one way of getting up to the initial shoulder stand if you have difficulty with these other variations. So now let's go to the other variations. Tighten up your stomach, bend your knees if your back is weak, keep your legs straight if your back is good and strong. You place your palms flat on the floor beside your thighs, have your stomach tight, a solid pelvic tilt, and to take care of a weak lower back, you would bend your knees, you'd roll up, straighten out your legs, and bring your legs over in front of your face. And when you would come out of the shoulder stand, you'll come back exactly this way, bend your knees into your face, bring your thighs into your chest, slowly roll your spine down one vertebra at a time, bending the knees completely here and putting your feet flat on the floor. So you've got two ways of going now to protect your back. So you pick what you need. For those of you whose backs are fine, we're going to go into it with the legs straight. So you tighten your stomach, you go into a solid pelvic tilt, you place your palms beside your thighs, your eyes are open. Glide your legs up. Begin to curl your spine. Roll up onto your shoulders. Keep your legs horizontal to the floor. Now I'm looking at you, but now don't you look at me. You look up at your knees and very carefully check your temples, your ears, your neck, and your chest. Be very aware. If you're picking up undue pressure, you must not continue. Back down and go and prop your legs up against the wall. If you are all right, bring your arms closer into each other. Glide your legs up toward the ceiling. The moment you feel that you need support, put your thumbs at your pelvic girdle. You are literally going to hang your pelvis on your thumbs and slowly straighten out your legs. Try to be very horizontal. Push the heels of your feet toward the ceiling. Now you know why we're doing all that work through the ankles, right? Pull your toes toward your face. Tighten your kneecaps. Tighten your quads, tighten your seat, and tighten your stomach. Focus your eyes on a spot in the ceiling between your toes and try to be as still as a statue. Breathe softly. Now pay attention. This is the first time we've done this. We're going to do it again. But be sure that you are not pressing your neck bones into the floor. You do not want to press the cervical vertebra into the floor. You want the weight on the back of your arms and on your elbows. And we'll deal with that a little bit later, but right now I just want you to hang the pelvis on your thumbs. All right, now slowly bring your legs over your face. Put your arms back down onto the floor. Remember, those of you with a weak back, you would bend your knees into your face. All right, now tighten up your stomach. Slowly begin to roll your spine onto the floor, one vertebra at a time, easing down, one vertebra at a time. Put your lower back flat on the floor. Keep your stomach very, very tight. Glide your legs down, easing down. And then bring your arms alongside of your ears and stretch deeply, pushing the heels of your feet away, stretching through your calves. Tighten your kneecaps, tighten your quads, lengthen your waist, expand your rib cage, stretch through your shoulder joints, elbow joints, wrists, and your middle fingers. Way back, people, way back. And completely release. Now, to take care of your back, put your hands on your rib cage and bend both of your knees. Stomach tight, a pelvic tilt. Keep your knees and feet together. Drop both knees together to the right and stretch through the midriff section. Keep your left shoulder down. Lift up, stomach tight, pelvic tilt, and drop to your left. You need to do this because for many people, when you're in your shoulder stand, it does sort of tend to aggravate your lower back. So this will take that aggravation out. Pick up your knees, cross the right leg over the left, and drop both knees together to the right and stretch. Lengthen through the torso. Lift up your knees, uncross. Bring the left foot over the top of the right and drop both knees to the left. Press. Breathe softly. Breathe softly. And come back up again. Uncross. Bring your knees into the chest and begin to stretch through the lumbar back. Pull your knees into your chest. Lift your tailbone up. Roll way up high. Way up high. Slowly come back down, easing down. Put your hands on top of your knees and push your knees away from your body. Arch your back and try to go to your tailbone and rock from side to side. Dig your tailbone into the floor, the sitting bones. Rocking from side to side. Draw your knees in towards your chest, working your way up, working your way up. This is one of the best things in the world that you will ever do for your lower back. Coming on up onto your waist. Try to lift your waist off the floor. And slowly go back down. Slowly pushing your knees away from your body. Going down. Going down. Pushing away. Arch your back. Go back to your tailbone. Arching in the lower back. Make big circles, huge circles with your knees. Massage your back. Begin to tighten up the circles. Make them smaller and smaller and smaller until ultimately you are at the very small of your back. And then make them bigger, going back out. Bigger and bigger. That feels so good. It's very relaxing also, and you're stimulating the circulation all the way through, going all the way out. And now for the counter posture to the shoulder stand, we're going to do a variation of the fish. You will remember we did the first fish with the legs extended. You recall that. Now we're going to do it in half lotus. So you bring your foot up over the top of your thigh. It doesn't matter which foot because you should alternate. The other foot comes underneath. You draw your stomach in, lengthen your waist, press your knees to the floor, hold on to the back of your thighs, prop up on your elbows, and tilt back and rest the upper back part of your head on the floor. A big arch in your back, press your knees down, open your chest, and breathe softly. Now the reason, you keep holding, but the reason I have you hold the back of your thighs is that way when you prop up, you're at the right angle to arch. Because most people, if they were to prop up, they would do this and they'd pull the elbows back and drop your head, and you're just absolutely miserable. And it's a wrong angle to your neck. So breathe softly and slowly ease out of your leg position and completely relax. Again, when you do the fish pose, you always hold the back of your thighs, or in lotus you would hold your toes. That will keep you at the correct angle to do your arch. You never do the fish and bring the elbows back and let your head hang. That's a sharp angle at the back of your neck that could disrupt the flow of blood into your brain. That is a no-no. It can make you very dizzy, and you just don't do it. So it's just got to be a flowing thing, but you need to know that your head is going to be supported by the floor. It is not just hanging. Now, sit with your ankles crossed. We're going to stretch your neck and shoulders. This is particularly weird looking, but believe me, if I'm willing to do on TV, you know this thing works. Allow your arms to be limp, have your chin up, and all I'm going to ask you to do is begin to pull your elbows down towards your waist. Come on, pull down, pull down. Feel it. Feel it right in your shoulders. Feel it coming up your neck. You need to keep pulling down. Pull the shoulders down. Hold your knees and pull down as firmly as you're possibly able. And now to intensify the stretch through the shoulders, slowly drop your chin. Slowly drop the chin. Keep pulling those shoulders down. Pull down, pull down. Tuck your chin into your chest. Lower the shoulders. Lower, lower. And release. Lift up your head and relax. Wow. It should make your arms feel like they want to float away. Were you ever a kid and you stood in the doorway and pushed your fists into the door jamb as hard as you could, and then you walked out and let your arms go limp and they would float up? That's the same thing. This is the same exact thing. And boy, will it pull that tension and stress right out of your neck and shoulders. Again, pull those shoulders down. Pull the elbows into your waist. Pull now. Come on. Pull. Pull hard. Slowly tuck your chin in. Pull down. Pull down. Pull down. Tuck your chin in. Stretch. It's a deep, very unattractive stretch, but it works. Pull down. Tuck in. Tuck in. Tuck in. And lift up and let go. Bye-bye.
To purchase a copy of Priscilla's Yoga Stretches for Intermediates, program number 012-103, please call 1-800-553-7752 or write to the address on your screen.